If you would like to request a video, send an email to questions@newstitchaday.com. How to knit, adding a new ball of yarn. For this tutorial, you will need a pair of knitting needles and a ball of yarn. Special thanks to our sponsor Lion Brand for providing today's yarn. Today we're using their Wool-Ease Thick and Quick line in the color Citron. When you come to the end of your yarn in a project and you want to add a new ball of yarn, there's a few different ways to do it, but I'm going to show you my personal favorite way to do it. So we're going to take our tail of our yarn and then our new tail of yarn, and actually I want to just knit a couple of stitches into the project so that we're not adding right at the end of the yarn. That's going to make it a little bit easier to weave in the ends later when they're in the middle of your project rather than on the edge. It also will keep it from having any issues with the tension on the edge of the yarn as well. Okay, so let's slip this one in pattern and then we should be good. So what we're going to do now is we're going to take our end of our yarn, our new ball of yarn, and we're just going to take about 6 to 8 inches of the yarn and we're going to thread it through our hand like we normally would, okay, with the tail of the yarn in front of our hands. And then we're going to pick up our tail from our other ball of yarn together. We're going to hold them together. So we want the end of our tail to be where the beginning of our yarn is going to be. Okay, so we wrap it through our fingers or however you tension your yarn, and then we're going to just knit the two of them together as one yarn. And what I like to do is just tighten that down a little bit, and then we're going to work them in pattern for a few stitches. So then you can let your tail of your yarn go and just continue working with the new yarn that you have, and then later when your project's over you can sew in your tail and the tail of your new yarn together into the project. So then you just continue working with the new yarn as normal. And that's how you add a new ball of yarn. Want more New Stitch a Day? Check out our website at newstitchaday.com. New Stitch a Day is a Craftery Media production. This video is licensed under a Creative Commons Attribution No Derivatives 3.0 Unported license, which means use it on your website, put it in your patterns, but please don't change anything.